Um, Casey's made this place a better place. Casey is the most selfless, most humble, most giving person that I know on this campus, and he's inspired me to be a better teacher.
So Mr. Nichols has been just an amazing leader here at Rockland High School. First starting off, he cares about kids, loves working with kids, and he has found a way to empower them to be leaders amongst each other, amongst their peers.
Hi Casey, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being an amazing coworker. And over the years we've had sporadic conversations, but every time I talk to you, I take something away from the conversation. And when I think of Rockland High School, I think of you. You're just kind of one of those pillars of our school.
I just want to take a moment to thank Mr. Nichols for just being a great mentor for me the last 20 years of teaching, whether it's been talking coaching, connecting with kids, school just in general.
I just want to thank Casey for everything you've done for Rockland High School. You've chronicled all our years, and you've helped to make Rockland High what it is. You're always so kind, and you always have such a positive attitude, and I just really appreciate you.
Mr. Nichols, I have a lot of opinions on Mr. Nichols, and they're all great. Mr. Nichols was probably my first comfortable, easy chair when I got to Rockland High School. He was a safe place for me to land when I got here in '01, since I immigrated from Santa Cruz, and the cultural adjustment was huge.
I will miss his sense of humor, his wit. I love always being able to see Casey, and we're best friends, and it doesn't matter how long it's been since I've seen him or talked to him. He's easy to talk to.
What I've always appreciated about working with Mr. Nichols is that he's a leader, not in the sense that he has to be a loud leader, but what he does is you'll have a conversation with him, and you'll take bits of that to help make better decisions.
I also appreciate you because you're a feminist, and you're an inclusionist, and you want all the kids on this campus to be represented. You not only say that, but it comes through in your actions, and each year you reach out to make sure you hear the voice of all kids, all colors, all backgrounds, and the kids really appreciate that, and I appreciate it.
And I do want to say my favorite memory of you is when you showed up to, I think it was when school was starting, and you had bleached hair and an earring, and everybody calls you Pony Boy.
That's great.
We came in together. We are the proverbial perennial runners-up, and we've joked about that forever, but I feel so honored to have been with Casey's team. Casey's always there. Casey always gives 100%. Casey loves this school. Casey loves these kids.
But probably obviously the best connection we have is we both have a kid that's born on the same day, and they're the same age, April 20th. So it's kind of a cool connection that we always have mentioned each year that they celebrate a birthday. So I just want to say again, Casey, thank you for everything that you do, and again, you've been a great mentor for me.
Casey Nichols is to Rockland High School what Rafiki was to the Pride Land in The Lion King. And my favorite thing about Casey is he's got a ton of wisdom and a lot of experience, knowledge, but he doesn't just blurt it out. He waits until you're ready to hear it, or it comes up in a position that it's meaningful so that it actually will be applied. And that makes a world of difference in how a conversation happens and how we operate together as a family.
Now, what I got from Mr. Nichols is something that I consider a gift. And the gift that he gave me was a little piece of knowledge when he explained to me that the time that we have with our students is just a small sliver of their life. And so it's so important that in these formative years that we're really there for them, both emotionally, intellectually, and psychologically. And so, Mr. Nichols, thank you for that. I'll always cherish you, and I love you.
Casey, first off, I gotta say, I never hear Bruce Springsteen, and I'm not gonna think of you. And actually, as I'm making this video, I just got Thunder Road and The Rising playing on a loop over and over again. I just want to say, you know what, there's so much I'm going to remember about you. I'm going to remember our talk on politics, how we've talked about Rockland High School, and how you seem to be able to read more books on history than anybody else I know. You've been a mentor for me here as I've moved into this world of media and journalism. You've been a guide for me in some tough times, and most importantly, you've been a friend.
You are not an original staff member, but you are an original staff member. You are a foundation of the school, and I will miss you.
On a personal level, Casey, here's what I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss great conversations about baseball. Can't tell you how many times we've been able to talk about whether it's the Dodgers and the Giants. And one thing I'll say is that I believe you are the person I know who probably knows every roster of every Major League Baseball team. So I'm going to miss having those conversations with you, Casey.
Well, hey, I greatly appreciate Mr. Nichols. He's contributed so much to Rockland High School. I would say maybe the number one thing that comes to mind is I see in Mr. Nichols what makes Rockland High School so special, and that is that he cares about other people. Casey has always taken a great interest in me as a person and in others, and he's quick to share love with other people. And that's really kind of emblematic of Rockland High School, I believe. So thank you, Mr. Nichols, for all you've done for this school.
All right, Casey, they asked me to say a few things about you, so I'm going to try to say some good things, so kind of bear with me. You know, we came here together as relatively young men, and now you're really old, but I am a year younger than you are. But thinking about it, I think you're older than most of the teachers that are here, and so with that came a wealth of knowledge. I know I've learned a lot from you. I've really respected a lot of things that you've done. You know, I'd just like to kind of name a few. I really appreciated it when you were our department chair, how you looked out for everyone and made us into what we are today. I appreciated that. I appreciated your friendship. I appreciated coaching with you and coaching with you now. I appreciated the investment that you made with my own daughters, coaching all four of them. I appreciate that. And I'm just always amazed on what you're able to accomplish as a teacher. Your yearbook is always nationally ranked. And it's amazing that, and I know you as a teacher, that you don't do it yourself. You've empowered the students to be able to do what they do. And I wish I had that secret recipe, and I think that's something that you need to share with people on how you empower students to do what they do, and you get the best out of them. And more importantly, you know, we came here and worked together for "25 years. A lot of ups, a few downs, but I've always looked forward to coming to work and seeing you and the friendship that we created. I will miss our work projects and fundraisers, going down to pick up the yearbook, where we go and play golf for 2 days and then pick up the yearbook. I'll miss that, but it'll be fond memories that I'll always remember you by. And I wish you the best. You're part of what's made this school what it is today, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
One of the biggest lessons I've taken from you is about the people that we serve every day, and how these people are not just our kids. They're not just athletes and artists or writers or reporters. You've taught me that they're more than that. They're more than just an identity or a label, and they're not a number in one of our classes or in one of our programs. But they're people, and it's kind of our lot in life to help them simply just be better people. I'm gonna miss you, Casey. I'm gonna miss teaching with you every single day, and I'm gonna miss having you be part of our crazy, wacky department. And I know you know this, but a few others are gonna miss you too.
Can't see nothing in front of me. Can't see nothing coming up behind.
Gonna miss you, Casey. Miss you, Casey!
Miss you, Casey. Don't leave, Casey.
We're gonna miss you, Casey.
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 My back's a 60-pound stone. My shoulder half-mile of line. Come on up for the rising. Come on up, lay your hands in mine. Come on up for the rising. Come on up for the rising tonight. Left the house this morning. Bells ringing, filled the air. I'm wearing the cross of my calling. On wheels of fire I come roaring down here. Come on up for the rising. Come on up, lay your head